이만큼 숨어들기 허술할 줄이야. 죄다 저 대갈통에 톱니를 박은 녀석한테 빠져가지고. 처음에 생포라길래 까다로운 의뢰겠다 싶었는데 별거 없겠어.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Mac. This is Limbus Company Walpurgis Night 5. In the last episode, I got all the identities and the ego, and now okay, so there is actually room for both. We only have a fortnight though. Easy difficulty. In terms of missions, defeated Gear Worshipper. Defeat 18 Gear Worshippers, defeat 30 Gear Worshippers, defeat an aggressive Gear Fanatic, complete an encounter with allied deaths without reaching a panic, defeat a Gear Worshipper with Ready to Fire effect. Oh, with an ally with Ready to Fire. Taking less than 5 hits from enemy attacks, defeat 4 Gear Worshippers in a single attack, defeat an aggressive Gear Fanatic with 80% or more HP with a single attack skill. So yeah, I don't think this is something that you can solo. Ah well, enter the Book of the Church of Gears. And okay, let's put Honglu in front.
이번 의뢰는 몇 번?
준비는 항상
다들 연장 챙기죠. 망치를 쥐고.
Who would I want to probably be saying next?
준비됐어? 부선장이
일인가요? 책임은 검은 가라뒀.
의뢰로군. 해오던 대로 방송을 켜겠다.
This seems like a good place to end it, Dante. Alright. I do consultations with the sinners when there's a need to do so, but I also invite them for regular consultations as well, regardless of the necessity. Our conversations were usually pretty inane and somewhat perfunctory, to the point where I feel like I'm just going down a list of things to say. Asking obvious questions like, how are you doing? Are you dealing with any difficult emotions? Or other queries of similar nature, which means that most of our consultations end up being idle chatter. But well, so we're good here, right? Force believes so, yes. Your continual growth has been observed throughout the repeated consultations. No changes for the worse or problems with your tenure as the manager have been found. That's good. Forst was always the last sinner on my consultation list, and whenever I finished consulting her, she would always have me participate in her consultation in turn. These are rather valuable opportunities for me, given that they're pretty much the only times I ever get to voice my concerns without hesitation. Not to mention there are also chances to try and brainstorm how we'll go about resolving them. It is. Do you have any further questions? As I was listening to Forst, sitting across from her and cleaning up the documents laid out on my desk, my calendar came into view. Oh yeah, it's happening pretty soon, isn't it? By it, you are referring to the Walpurgis Night. I feel like it's about time it happened again. It's been happening pretty frequently as of late, to the point where they're occurring once every few days. I don't know how rare this event really is, but I'm starting to develop some sort of intuition to how often it comes. It seems you have found yourself a pattern of sorts, Dante. However, the basis by which the Walpurgis Nights occur is pure chance. There are no rules to dictate their frequency. Huh. Really? But I just have this feeling and intuition that it's about to happen, you know? Force has come to understand that your feelings, Dante, may sometimes yield exceptional results that elude any sort of logical or sensible explanations. However, to find patterns in which there are none is... Faust will shut up now. Faust had just begun her explanation with a barely noticeable grin when she was prematurely cut off by the all-too-familiar siren and the accompanying light show of green flashes. You are saying, Faust? It is always a pleasant surprise to encounter such uncertainties. You don't look pleased at all, though. Let us head to the driver's seat. And with that, she hurriedly stormed out of my room. Some time later. This is one weird place, huh? Are we in some kind of prison? Yeah, smells dank. I think we might be underground. I was wondering if we'd get to visit the L Corps headquarters again. I'm pretty sure that's where we'll be going on our next Walpurgis Night. Huh? How do you know that? Doesn't it seem like they're taking turns to appear? The patterns are telling me that this time we're inside a book of the library. I think. Any thoughts, Faust? As I have stated earlier, the basis by which the Walpurgis Nights occur is pure. The hell are you blathering about? Quit going off on tangents and answer the questions straight, yeah? Always, for the sake of efficiency, immediately and succinctly explicate your point when replying to your superior's questions. Understood? Indeed, this event appears to take place at a period of time when the library existed. However, it does not seem to be the case that we will be facing abnormalities here, as we had done so in the past. Huh? Then what? Wait, shh. Voices, they're close. With everyone hushed, I could hear the voices muttering from a distant hallway. It seems this place is a place of congregation for an emergent religious group once known as the Church of Gears. The Church of Gears? So do they worship literal gears, or is it more symbolic, like they're worshipping the sacred value of labor or something? Excuse me. Faust gazed into the distance, blinked a few times, and continued as though she realized something. Not exactly. They consider themselves to be, as denizens of the city, nothing more than gears. Their belief is that their misfortunes stem from the fact that their current lot in life has placed them where they do not belong. Such was Faust's input. Is she getting all this from the Gesellschaft she mentioned before? You know, it would not surprise me if we do get to a blue reverberation Walpurgis Night, that the Church of Gears priestess would be Faust. Because out of all of the female characters in Limbus Company, I feel like she fits in the best there. Ah, they don't seem too off the mark then. Plenty of people in the city have jobs they're not fit for. Perhaps so. However, do understand that the laity of this religion, dubbed meat gears, install their objects of worship known as thought gears, gears made from humans, into their own brains. And... okay, point taken. You can stop now. Ugh, yeah, what was he even thinking? Of course they're just another bunch of crazies. Viridian brought her hand to her mouth as though she was about to vomit, then shook her head dismissively. Anyways, so what are we supposed to be doing here? Do we kill him? It is uncertain where the end of this scenario lies. However, as your proposed course of action has often led us to solutions, it likely will not be much different this time. Please, a moment. What is this scenario you have mentioned in passing? Yeah, I caught that too. It is only a hypothesis of sorts at the moment. However, please recall the past manifestations of a phenomenon in which we, once the goal determined by the scenario was deemed complete, were immediately returned to the bus's corridors. Given that the beginning and the resolution are always identical, as though the scenario is resetting from cycle to cycle, it can be surmised that we are repeating the same scenario. There are other rooms in the back door with similar attributes, given that they also consist of rooms that repeat certain scenarios until a certain objective is completed. It can be said that the prospect of this hypothesis turning out to be correct is not entirely out of the realm of possibility when it comes to technological limitations. In recollecting, as you say, I find there were instances in which we were invariably made to reach the same conclusion, regardless of the specifics of our methodologies in battle. Like having Violet Noon dropped on your head. Ah, verily! Hast thou not said before, young Faust, that our actions, taken within the bounds of realities manifested by the powers of our Pagog, were indeed events of the past, yet manipulated not the history of the world wherein we do exist? Correct. That is another evidence for the hypothesis that these are but scenarios. So, even if we were to kill those worshippers, they're not actually dying, right? Still carrying that soft heart, are you? It just doesn't seem right. Attacking someone who can speak just like we do without really getting to know what's going on seems... you know? The intent behind your question is understood. Yes, you are correct. Ugh. Testing. Do you copy? An unfamiliar voice suddenly whispered into our ears. Who is this? The heck? Since when do we have these things in our ears? That's when I realized that the sinners were all equipped with something resembling transmitters in their ears. What the shit are you? It's me, Stefan! Wake up! We gave you a subcontract because you were supposedly much better at blitzes like these. We even made quite the fuss when we were handing it over to you, remember? Come on, let's just do it our jobs and go home, okay? Or is this not the tantrum about how we're taking 60% of the reward? Okay, I think this is going to be an excuse why they're going to be the fixed announcers for this fight. I see. This appears to be our role in this scenario. We all know that the Church of Gears is one nut-job factory, but don't let the ickiness get in the way of the mission. Got that? We got this straight from Director Yuzhin of the Shi Association Section 2. You have to capture their leader alive. If you screw this job up, we can all say goodbye to that payday we've all been looking forward to. So I'm leaving it to you, okay? Hey, what does this leader look like? Holy shit, are you insane? You didn't even read the documents we sent you before going in there. Ugh, okay, I guess they did infiltrate the base without even reading the intel. Maybe they're veterans who really are just that good. I won't deny the title of a veteran. Oh well, you'll know the moment you lay eyes on the leader. Veiled face, huge gears in the head, all that. That appears to be an appropriate amount of intelligence to identify this target. Great, then let's do this.
교단놈들이 곧 몰려들 거야. 정신머리 똑바로 차리고 무기부터 확인해.
Oh yeah, 30 enemies, 5 turns. Gotcha. And everyone is Pierce weak. Gain smoke and smoke count. Okay, smoke. Maximum potency of 10, maximum count of 5. At 9 potency, final power plus 1. Take 5% more damage for every potency, lose 1 count. At turn end. Interesting, so it's kind of like a fake poise, but... 1 evade. At 10 smoke gain, 1 clash power up and 3 protection next turn, but only once per turn. And these are SP enemies, because of course they are. Instead of taking more damage due to smoke on self, inflict more damage. Ah, yep. That's straight out of Library of Ruina. When gaining smoke, gain additional smoke. The first coin to connect in an encounter deals 10% more damage. On evade, gain... Oh, evade skill use, gain base power plus 1. When staggered, lose all smoke. And yeah, they can also inflict smoke. And some paralyze. Clash power for every smoke on the target. Pierce, blunt, pierce. So slash is the safe thing, the safe weakness to have. And this is an unfocused encounter. Ready to fire. Skill slot plus 1. Modify skill pool. Gain a use of skill 3 but lose a skill 1. Deal 10% damage for every... Yeah, and it's all ammo mechanics. Heal 25 SP on... Is there a way I can get a better look at this? Attack skills that gain ammo deal more damage for every marksman bullet or magic bullet. Ah, so this wants to go onto Magic Bullet 4, onto Magic Bullet Otis. On kill, heal 25 SP for allies. You gain 2 ego resources for the affinity of the skill that defeats the target, and 1 ego resource for all other affinities. Good to know.
정화.
그 삶에 마침표를 이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
시야 확보.
Wait, did he just flip nothing but tails? Really? He just outright tanked the entire attack because his evade got... What? That's so annoying. Let's save the Atelier logic for a different shot.
정화.
그 삶에 마침표를
깔끔한 헤드. 머리통에 적살났다고.
에이, 끝도 없이 몰려드네. 대가리엔 이상한 톱니바퀴나 받고 총알 안 떨어지게 잘 관리하라고.
Yeah, ammo is almost out here. One shot. If it's a heads, then we smash it, so we're fine there. Ah, aggressive Gear Fanatic. Darn it. We can't aim directly at him with that. Oh well. At 10 smoke gain, 2+ coin boost and 3 protection next turn.
완벽한 한발을 위해
한 점만 노린다. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 적살났다고.
얼얼하지? 정신이 타세 완료.
그 삶에 마침표를
깔끔한 헤드샷.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
역시 니놈 말고 어떤 사람이라도 맞출 수 있는 마법의 탄환이다.
Okay, yeah, use the headshot skills and such, and then we're going... Yeah, we have no... He's probably going to retreat then.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 적살났다고. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 적살났다고.
격발. 보통은 없어.
Wait, where'd that extra ammo... Oh, she actually has a lot of ammo now because of the resonance for her super attack, doesn't she?
소준 중입니다. 시속하게 용건을.
Gain magic bullet equal to the highest resonance. Yeah, he needs to get a reload immediately. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8.
정화. 안개서 흙으로.
완성되었나?
낭망한 마음은 검게 타올라 사라지지도 않는다. 그저 시리도록 범람할 뿐.
완성되었나?
Oh, we did not kill enough. Pretty unsettling, but they didn't give us too much trouble, huh? Yeah, my weapon kept slipping out of my hand because I had to stop myself from throwing up. Brains and all that blood and chunks of flesh wherever the gears turn and crush the... It is ill-advised to mouth what imparts you nothing but displeasure, Sinclair. Past the sinners, who all appeared rather exhausted from certain non-fatigue related issues, I saw a shuddering figure. That one must be the leader of this church. Brutus, remember, this is a capture mission! Of course, Executive Manager. I know an exceptional technique by which I can 100% ensure that the survival of the subject, possible defense wounds notwithstanding. Please, leave us alone. Stay away! Just as Utis had begun approaching the leader, her face contorting into a terrifying expression. Oh wow, 13 of you, Why, those friends must have spent quite a fortune hiring you. There was a flash of light, and in that blink of an eye, someone had kicked Utis to the side and embraced the leader in their arms. Ah, could you be the person my father... Oh wait, no. Ah, could you be the person my father always talked about? I guess. Fie, I cannot well see whom this figure is. Yet such power has to be. Sorry friends, I do appreciate your welcome, but I'm going to have to leave with this friend over here instead. Make way for us, will you? Absolutely not! Utis aggressively strides towards the shadowy intruder. The details were fuzzy and shadowed, but I was pretty sure this figure was holding a massive scythe. What a grand welcome. Wow, I'm about to shed a tear. Well then. The intruder begins to raise his scythe, his voice untainted by even a tinge of battle anxiety. And we found ourselves back at the corridors. It seems that this is where this scenario ends. Damn it, what indignity! Nay, young Utis, 'tis naught to be humiliated of. While I am not entirely confident of this speculation, for I was availed naught else save the silhouette, that strength, that composure. Forsooth, the silhouette of this foe! I bore witness to this magnificence in the past magazines. Colour! Thou hast almost engaged in a duel with a colour fixer! Recovering your memories clearly hasn't diminished your love of fixers one bit, huh? Silence, 'tis irrelevant! Anyhow, for young Faust, thou hast said as much in the past that a repeated visit would be to our benefit as long as this night is in effect, forsooth, forsooth! Indeed. Well, should I be granted the chance to behold the countenance of this figure, it should be of no trouble for I to determine which of the illustrious caliphixes this one is with greatest certainty. May I, perchance, be granted the opportunity to approach this figure in young Alutus's stead? There is no reason to deny that request, though I am of the belief that the identity of this individual will not be revealed regardless of the choices we make in this scenario. Woohoo! Don Quixote is just as passionate as ever, huh? But forced expression maintains its stony coldness, highlighting the contrast. It seems like she was deep in contemplation. So I sought to ask, is something on your mind, Forst? If the scenario hypothesis is correct, perhaps the conclusion we have just seen may be a hint of sorts. A hint? Perhaps the overt contrivance of this conclusion implies a tacit threat or warning, posed against us that the tale may be forced to continue regardless of our own actions. There may be an incident in the future in which LCB's journey may come to an untimely halt due to our failure to find the conclusion in a Walpurgis Night event. It appears access to that information is still locked. I am having some trouble following your train of thought. It is alright. When the time comes, Dante, it may be the case that your intuition will bring proof to these hypotheses. As it has today. Yeah. However, it seems that verifying Don Quixote's hypothesis takes precedence for the moment. Manager Esquire! Prithee, move with haste now! Haste, I say! Can we have a second before we... Watching Don Quixote's enthusiasm, I decided to table the more complicated thoughts for later. Like I always do. Forster's right. Might do us well for me to have some more faith in my own intuitions for now.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Okay, so how many of those quests did we complete? We defeated a worshipper. We defeated 18 worshippers. We did not defeat 30 though. We need to move our team around a bit for that. Defeat an aggressive Gear Fanatic. Complete an encounter with ally deaths. Or SP0. Defeat a Gear Worshipper with an ally with the ready to fire effect. So we need to move it to someone with better attack power, I guess. The ally with ready to fire survives and takes less than 5 hits. Well, we did that. Defeat 4 Gear Worshippers with a single attack skill. I feel like Udis could have done that if not for the fact that she just didn't have... she moved too slowly. Defeat an aggressive Gear Fanatic with a single attack skill. And we can always go into hard difficulty if we want. But we'll save that for next time. So until then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.